Love Monroeville. Goodbye, Monroeville. You've been great. It's been a fun town. And there's Kitty. Clark is going the other direction, and he picked up that kitty in Illinois somewhere, Western Illinois. One last view of the kitty that Clark picked up in Western Illinois, on his way to Maine. My warnings about bad roads in Indiana have proved false so far. I've probably gone 20 miles or so in Indiana. It's all been brand new asphalt. Very smooth, perfect. It's another good day to ride. Partly cloudy, nice temperature, not much wind. Today I'm going to meet up with my nephew Parker, who lives in Ann Arbor. I left Monroeville. He went about 50 miles to the end, and he's riding backwards until we run into each other. Parker's planning to camp tonight, and then I think he'll ride with me a little bit in the morning and head home. But it'll be nice to have Parker riding with me for 2 half days. Coming into Poe, Indiana. The map said go straight, but it says road closed. Decisions again. I think I'm gonna go for it. Here's nephew Parker, came to save the day and ride with me a little bit today and tomorrow, and camp tonight. Anything to say, Parker?
A ride?
I don't need a ride. Coming up on the road closed part. We'll see whether I can get around it or whether I have to backtrack a couple miles. Looking good. There we go. Look at this big dip in the road where it collapsed. But that's good for me. I can get around it, no problem. Just a little bit of walking. And that big culvert must have collapsed underneath the road. Okay, on the road again. There's Parker. Hi, Parker.
Fancy seeing you here.
That's right.
Hike for about 45 minutes.
There have been several of these ponds along the way. This one's pretty neat. This one's probably nicer than most. Floating structure in the middle, little boat, pontoon boat. Here's a picture of Parker taking a picture of me. So Parker is a triplet, and he's getting lots of nephew points here. So Elliot and Grant have to step up their game to get some nephew points. This one's going to be hard to beat, to come down and ride in Indiana with your uncle. Just outside of Huntington, Indiana at Camp Kilsoqua. Parker found this great campsite. Site number 33, right on the water of Roush Lake. We're all set to camp for the night, except we haven't set anything up. But we will.
But we will. I built a camping platform in the back of my car. Base under here that's wood. There's another part that slides out, so this is the kind of thing can be converted into just a shelf and then you can put on a foldable foam pad. It's a really nice and sleeping area.
This is the rest of the campground I stayed at last night, where all the RVs are. But our section was a lot prettier with the lake right right there in front of us. Right in the middle of this picture is the campsite that Parker and I stayed at last night. Looks pretty close by boat, but it was about 2¼ miles each way by bicycle. It was a nice spot, right on the lake. I almost feel like I've been on a tour of cemeteries. There have been so many cemeteries that go by. There's one of these little caterpillars crawling across the road about every 100 yards lately. It's about 5 o'clock and this kind of sucks. I haven't seen any food or restaurants since breakfast. I was just turning left onto this road because the town of Denver is about 2.5 or 3 miles ahead and it says road closed. Hopefully I don't have to backtrack. But I think I can probably find a farm road to get around. But I don't know about getting over a bridge. As I go down this closed road, I should add it was Denver, Indiana. And I have 0 internet coverage here, so I can't Google. Hasn't many places to eat. I do have power bars, so don't worry, I'm not going to starve. Well, this is a moment of truth. See if I can get through here. If not, it's probably an hour mistake to 3/4 hour mistake to go backwards. I might be able to get through. Can't tell if there's really water there. It says bridge out. Part's fine, but it's looking a little questionable up ahead. Hello. Am I gonna be able to get through? Have to go down and around, which way? Okay, is there food up there? Restaurants? I'm in luck. The actual bridge that's out is past where I was going. They just have all this construction in the town of Denver, Indiana. I need to go another block or so. Angelo's Pizza. Look at here. I went through Denver, Indiana and didn't expect it was going to put me onto a nice paved trail for a while. I think I have about 3 miles of it is all, but it's kind of nice to be on a paved trail. The terrain has changed from really flat to kind of rolling hills. You're some curious cows, aren't you? Every one of you is looking at me, even the one in the background over there. Well, I'll see y'all. It was actually the first dog to come out in the road. He was friendly, he was just trying to play. Pretty amazing, I made it almost all the way through Indiana with no dogs chasing me and no serious ones at all. The size of the horn on that longhorn. And I'm in Indiana, not in Fort Worth. I am inside my bivy tent, which is kind of like the coffin, as Paul and others have called it. It's been raining for a few hours. You can see there's water all over here. It's resistant, certainly not waterproof. You can see it came in through the seams after about 3 hours of rain, which is really the first time I've slept in it in a hard rain. We've just happened to be in hotels or friends' houses when it's rained other times, but here it is. My bivy tent held up pretty good, better than I thought. It did leak some, as I showed last night, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. But this is my bivy, which is short for bivouac, and most of the time I sleep with the netting up. Climb in here, and I have my air mattress and my blow-up pillow, and that's how I've slept every night except for last night when it rained. So then I had to put the main cover on, so this zips up the same way. And there's a little window here that I can see out of. Not very well, but I can see out of it nonetheless. So that has been my home for the last month and will be for the next couple months. Once again, I continue to run into incredibly kind and incredibly generous people. I found another great campsite. I was over across the pond, or the lake. I'm here at Fletchers Lake RV Park, and that's a state ramp, and I was going to sleep over there, and a couple boys were swimming, and they said their parents own this RV park right across the lake. Kelly and Tracy were super generous. There's nobody else here, so they were leaving, and I had the whole place. I had a shower, I had lights, I had electricity. I just put my bivy right in the middle of everything, and they fed me some sausage, gave me something to drink. 7 and 9 RVs that stay here pretty much all the time. Thank you to Kelly and Tracy. There's a church with a cemetery all around it on their grounds. Rain blew through last night with the low pressure. It created a lot of horizontal air molecule movement. In other words, I've got a damn headwind today. After a couple weeks on backcountry roads, I ran across the Panhandle Pathway, which is paralleling US 35. I turned a little bit, so I have a little bit of a tailwind, or at least a quartering wind. Quite a storm brewing over there. Look at my phone, it says destructive windstorm in the area until 4 p.m. Take shelter now. The tornado comes. There's my ditch right there. All safe. Might be uncomfortable, but safe. Calmed down quite a bit. It's still raining, it's still windy, but nothing like it was. I was on the side of the road trying to figure out my new route, and a gentleman came by and said, come on over to the house, and he's got a TV. I can sit there for a minute and figure out what I'm doing. Well, I went in and dried off a little bit, and he offered me a baggie to carry my phone, and he ended up being the president of the town council, so very, very nice of him. And the dog's name is Bruce. So town councilman Tom had the local knowledge, and he put me on a nice blacktop road, which beats that gravel stuff I was on before. Calls about trees down in town, and some of the roads were blocked apparently, but anyway, it was quite a windstorm. Dry, sunshine. This is a long day, finishing up at night. I think I didn't know there was a time change and my clocks changed, so I didn't think it was going to get dark until 8 something, but it's 7 something now. But anyway, I got caught in the rain today, and that slowed me down a couple hours and took me off course. But I'm about to where I'm gonna camp for the night.